this episode of Auto Repairs. Today I'll be working on this 1989 Ford F-150, and what I'll be doing is I'll be installing some headers and a custom exhaust system. So let's get started. Oh yeah, by the way, this is a 5-liter engine that's in this truck too, so in case you wanted to know. To do this, we're going to have to take off the driver's side exhaust manifold down there. That's that rusty piece of cast iron you see next to the spark plug wires there and the spark plugs. And also we'll have to take off the passenger side exhaust manifold. There it is, right underneath the spark plug wires there. Okay, just like we normally do, starting at the back of the vehicle first, moving our way forward. Whoa, where's the tailpipe, huh? Oh, it's there. It's still there. There's just a large portion missing in the middle. So I'm going to be removing the catalytic converters, everything that you see right here, that other catalytic converter, even that wonky O2 sensor. Check that out. That is pretty unique. And all the way back up to the bottom of each exhaust manifold, there's the bottom collector. I'll need to unbolt the existing exhaust system instead of just cutting it, this front piece anyway. Sorry, there's the other exhaust collector off the manifold. I'm gonna make a cut right here and separate them just in case I have to bolt this back up. I can make it work, but the rest of this is coming out, so let's get to that. There we go. So I made the cut a little bit further back. One tailpipe removed, huh? Get this thing out of here. Come on. Come on. There we go. All right, moving right along now. Next step here is to unplug the oxygen sensor. It's right there. And then I'm going to start unbolting these exhaust collectors here. Both those bolts there. So, both sides, so. All right, so I'm on the last bolt of the collector. It's kind of loose, but once it comes off, this is all gonna fall down. Good time to record, right? In case I hurt myself. There. So, all that I have left to do, this is still hanging on here by a thread basically. I'm gonna grab this, don't mind my hand. But right there, I don't know if you could really see it. Hold on. All right, I thought you would all appreciate this wide angle here. I'm gonna cut this last part and the front collector and catalytic converter should come down. Safety first. Now it's just held on by a little bolt. How anticlimactic. Climactic, whatever. This is where we are now. I have a ratchet set up on the one bolt holding this in, and it's just a bracket to stabilize this air pipe. So once I take this off, ow, slip off immediately and bust my knuckles into some sheet metal. You know it just happened again. All right, that's getting cut. All right, we're cutting you. All right, yep, things are getting cut. Cutting it. Done with you. You're getting cut. Like that wink at the camera. I realized I wasn't wearing my safety glasses. All right. One front collector piece, plus catalytic converter, and oxygen sensor. Out. So now what's going on is I'm bringing the vehicle down. Now I have to go into the engine compartment, and it's time to start taking the exhaust manifolds off. There's nothing underneath the exhaust manifolds anymore, so I can take off each piece individually and install our new headers. As this comes down, I'll show you our new headers. Oh, here you go. Here's our new headers that we're going to be installing. This set of headers comes from Pacesetter. And here's the tag with all the information on it right here. It's going to be kind of hard to see, so I'll just, there we go, Pacesetter headers. There's a part number for you if you want it. Now, these are not treated with the high temperature paint. It has a sticker here that explains it. If you wanted a set of headers, this is one step better than a basic set of headers, which is fine. These are not tuned headers, and by tuned I mean that each runner is the same length. So they are headers are high performance, but these are not meant for a racing application. These do work just fine though. These are a great set of headers and will produce a lot more flow and power than the exhaust manifolds that are existing on the truck now. Okay, now for the engine compartment. First things first, I have to take off the hoses for this air tube, so it'll be easier for me to get my arms in there. Also, the small tube right next to it, I'll have to lift that up and move that. I can't do much with the AC line there. I'm gonna have to work around it, but I'll have to remove a lot of the brackets attached to the exhaust manifold and next to it. So I'm gonna start on this side and I will work my way to the passenger side. But first things first, gotta move these things in the way. Well, I cheated a little bit and I took these clamps loose, but I couldn't get the hoses off. I probably could with some spray and stuff, but I just left them attached to the air filter housing top cover. There we go. Alright, I'm also going to have to remove this piece right here because I'm going to want to put my leg there while I'm sitting down inside. Okay, as I was working along here, I was taking bolts loose off the exhaust manifold, and I found the reason why he wanted to replace his exhaust manifold with headers was this exhaust manifold is cracked straight through. So I have half of the driver's side exhaust manifold off now. Alright, well look at that. Hey, I got the exhaust manifold off completely. Well, we lost the one side I showed you a little bit ago. I'm going to show you this. Why am I going under here? Well, once I got the last bolt out, the rest of the exhaust manifold fell along with my ratchet, and I couldn't catch it. So there's that. I just got to grab it and pull it out. Well, now that we have the driver's side done, we're going to move on to the passenger side here and try and get that exhaust manifold off down there. Oh man, what fun this one's gonna be. Now we're working on our last exhaust manifold. We're gonna try and pull it down now. There we go, passenger exhaust manifold. Oh, look at that. It's got a big old hefty crack in it too. Check that out. All right. So I'm just about ready to install the new headers, but I want to show you all the parts I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using these Remflex exhaust manifold gaskets, these fasteners from Stage 8, and these things are pretty slick. They have this hexagonal head that jams on to the bolt here so the bolt can't spin, and then you put this E-clip in it to lock it all in. So that's pretty cool. I've never used these before, so I'm pretty excited to get going on this. Under the vehicle here, just wanted to show you guys, I've got the driver's side bolted on. Driver's side header there. Had to take the dipstick tube out and put it back in, all that. Yeah, just have to tighten it up and put the keepers on. I'm gonna put the passenger side header on now. So a quick update here. We've got the headers on both sides, and they sure do look nice. But I'm also using this collector pipe that was on the vehicle already because it has the right dimensions for the headers too. And I don't have a new collector pipe for it. So unfortunately I will have to stick to this, but I'll paint it up, clean it up and paint it up. So what I'm doing here is not the greatest weld right there, but I need to go over that. This is what's leading up to be a Y pipe. As I come out the back, I'm gonna have a Y pipe right here, go 2 into 1 because those are 2 different size pipes. That's a 2-inch pipe on top and a 2 1/4 inch pipe on bottom. We'll have those come together into probably something like a 3-inch muffler to a 3-inch tailpipe. We'll see how that goes. I need to finish welding this up front here, so then we'll see where we're at from there. Man, the progress being made here though, huh? Look how beautiful that is. That is a Y pipe that I made. I joined 2 pipes together and now it'll be up to a larger size. Not this piece of pipe I have in here. This is just a test pipe to make sure that I'm clearing and not going to rub on anything if I put something there. This is the muffler that I'm going to be using. It's an Enforcer 2 from AP. 2 1/2 inch in, 2 1/4 inch out. Just losing a little bit coming out, but that's okay because we have 2 pipes coming in, and he doesn't want it to be super loud. Otherwise, I'd put in a flow master or something like that. So I'll take it out of the box and show you. So here's another update on how we're doing so far. So I have to weld up the front of the Y pipe still. Got this piece in the middle meeting up with the muffler here, and then I built this tailpipe, and it's not going to sag down like that obviously, but this extension is holding everything up. So I'm going to get welding and then finish the tailpipe and show you that. Okay, we're at the front of the vehicle here. Here's the collector pipes. Tied those in. I spray painted those black because they were pretty rusty, and then silver on our new pipes. So the Y pipe, the connector to the muffler, and the tailpipe and out. So the bottom side is done. Now all I have to do is put the keepers on the headers, those header bolts, and start it up, make sure there's no leaks. That's it for this episode of Auto Repairs. If you enjoyed the video, found it useful in any way, flat out liked it, show me, drop me a like, leave a comment. Any questions you have, I would love to answer them. That was a long job. I'm pretty tired, so I'm signing out. Alright guys, thank you for watching.